Hey everyone, has been a while, hasn't it? Quite a lot happened since, the last video. It was only like 6 releases, and yeah, it's quite a lot of stuff that we need to go through. So, let's start with a quick overview. So, since 5.4.1, there has been 5.4.2, 3, 4, 5, and 5.5.0, as well as 5.5.0.1, which is this one. So, yeah. 5.5.0 was a major update. All the other ones were smaller bug fixing updates. That's why they're minor versions. And this 5.5.1 is also another bug fix update. But it does bring quite a few very interesting changes, let's just say that, but we'll go through them. So 5.4.2 fixed a really nasty crash when rotating bones. Yeah, about that. So, 5.4.3 added fancier screen space reflections, and made several more improvements to the poser, fixing some things that weren't correctly working when posing others. And it added the option to offer syncing your pose to others. 4.4.4 built on top of that by adding the option to synchronize someone else's pose to them. On top of that, I also brought back volumetric lighting, finally, and chromatic aberration, and made some changes to them to make them a little nicer, as a little added bonus. It also removed a lot of unused and broken craft, ripped sepia, grayscale, posterization, yeah, those three out of tone mapping, meaning it no longer requires, well, all of them no longer require tone mapping to be enabled in order to work. So, yay. Also, I swapped shift and control modifiers for shouting and whispering. The reason behind that is shift is generally used to, capitalize your letters. What do you do when you shout? Well, when you want to convey that you're shouting, you capitalize your letters, right? You write in all caps. So it only makes sense that shift is for shouting and, control is for whispering. Makes sense? Good. Lastly, the terrorist speak in my login screen video has been cleaned up. It was because the Second Life viewer doesn't use any language cookies, so it didn't know which language you prefer and defaults to some terrorist language. No, it wasn't because you got hacked. 5.4.5 fixed many missed issues with the animator and the head scaling in first person, which was completely broken for some reason. Since like 5.3.0, I think was the last Linden code merge. So yeah, it was broken for quite a while. 5.5.0 once again brought the viewer up to the latest changes from Linden Labs, breaking a lot of things again, which I had to fix. Obviously, most of the updates that follow it fix all of the problems that 5.5.0 brought. But anyway, I also added the option to toggle experimental first-person aiming because, it was always there, but it was just not in the options. But most importantly, this update also changes the login screen very slightly. As in, it replaces the entire broken YouTube video because, YouTube sadly broke the... YouTube changed the embedding function in YouTube, and because the Second Life browser is not capable of properly reporting back where it's coming from, it just cannot play embedded YouTube videos anymore, which is sad. So my YouTube login screen video broke. And I'm pretty sure some of you will be happy. Oh, so does it mean we finally get rid of that stupid fucking login screen video and we finally get, something that is, still quiet and doesn't blast your ears? Absolutely not. Fuck you. In fact, I made a new one. I rendered out a completely new video just for you, and it absolutely slaps. Because fuck you. Yeah, that's right. I made a completely new login screen video, and I put it on a different website because, YouTube doesn't work anymore. So I used this chance to completely redo everything. So 551 fixed the search window, set the default AFK timer to unlimited because it was set to 600 seconds. For some reason, again. It disabled VSync again, and added several more choices for the max texture memory option for people with more than, the average 8 gigabytes, all the way up to 24 gigabytes. It also fixes a nasty crash when sliders would show a warning while dragging. When people drag the slider all the way to something like 512 draw distance. Also, some of the Black Dragon specific, what do you call those? Tags, I guess. They were kind of broken, so the red, the green, the blue, bold, italic, underline, and the icons that you could post in chat were all broken. Those were fixed as well. Because I want my red text, I want my green text, and my blue text. I want my RGB text, because reasons. So, anyway. With the past few updates caught on, we can finally move to the current update, which is 552. 552 is a big update for the poser. Mostly the synchronization part of it, but there are also a couple changes to the local poser. Namely, the on-screen rotations have been improved and snapping has been disabled because it was just causing problems. On the other side, all post-synchronization logic has been simplified and packed into a function, and syncing for flipping poses, post-symmetrizing, and joint symmetrizing has been added, which were apparently the last few remaining unsynced functions. I hope that's all of them. Now in the post creator, many problems have been fixed as well. Half of the post creator wasn't creating keyframes, the thing that it's supposed to do. But anyway, anything that wasn't just rotating, scaling, and moving bones should now create keyframes. So pasting, resetting, mirroring, symmetrizing, flipping, and reverting bones should now all create keyframes for both the original and the mirrored bone. If you still find more things that don't properly create keyframes, or if you find something that still isn't properly synchronized, actually the synchronization is kind of wonky because it abuses the IM system to send the synchronization data, so it might be a little bit wonky. But the post creator, if you find more things that don't properly create keyframes, please let me know. I will try to fix all of them. So anyway, with that out of the way, let's talk about what happened. Why did this video take so long? Why did the updates take so long? I mean, I can straight up tell you, this update actually didn't take that long. It was done in like a day or two. I was just waiting to release it for this video, basically. This video is the whole reason that the update hasn't been released yet, because I wanted to release both of them at the same time. And the video has been taking so long because there were a lot of things, a lot of plans that I wanted to do. It got scrapped like 20 times. Wanted to do something different, and then that got scrapped too, and then a lot of other things happened. You know, there was also Christmas, Halloween, New Year's. Also, the viewer almost fucking died due to a lack of support, and then not so cool things happened. One of our cats passed away, so, you know, wasn't a great start into the new year. But anyway, all of that stuff has been sorted out, and hopefully this is the last time I need to record this, because this is already the third time that I'm recording this. Anyway, there's a lot of things that happen. There's a lot of stuff that I'm doing. I'm an event host. I'm also a modder. I do a lot of things. I hang out with friends. You know, I kind of take care of the family, somewhat. You know, and of course I want to have my free time and do all kinds of other stuff, like this, for instance, making videos, and then on top of that, developing the viewer. So actually, you know, coming to think about it, I don't even know how I still have time to do anything really, including making the viewer. Magic, I guess. But anyway, that being said, I hope the viewer is on a steady pace of development again, and we got this shit figured out. So, what else is there to say? I guess the whole, you know, thing about the viewer dying, it was a kind of a big deal. You know, I was running low on funds to, well, you know, pay my mandatory healthcare and internet, which obviously I need, otherwise I can't be here, right? But yeah, and I didn't want to just, you know, ask for help, because I feel like that's just, I don't know, it just feels like, it just feels bad. Anyway, I didn't want to do that, so I started commission stuff and, you know, trying to make money elsewhere to offset the lacking funds. That worked for a while until the support, the patron support dropped so far down that I just couldn't offset it anymore. And eventually, well, we got to the point that the view was, you know, no longer feasible to be developed, and I was almost forced to stop development and you know, get a job, you know, which would have meant no more time for the view. A big thank you to all of you, the entire community that I've been building over the past 10 years. You're wonderful, you're absolutely amazing, especially the people who went out of their way to save the viewer. Without you, the viewer would just not be here anymore. In fact, it wouldn't have been here anymore. Like, how long do I have Patreon now? 5 years or something? So, like, it wouldn't have been here anymore 5 years ago. So, very big thank you. You're amazing. You're great. And without you, the view just wouldn't be the same. So, on that note, have a happy belated New Year, Merry Christmas, and Halloween, and all of the other things that I probably forgot since the last video. Can't think of any right now, but anyway, I'll see you around. Have a nice day, and I hope you like the update.